This is a tech review of the Breeze 4K. Good morning YouTube, welcome back to another video. Now I know I'm wearing the same shirt that I wore 2 vlogs ago, but that either 2 vlogs ago or 1 vlog ago, because I'm shooting this on the same day as that vlog. Now today we're doing a review of this guy, the Yuneec Breeze 4K drone. Now the reason I bought this drone is because I wanted to start with a smaller, less expensive drone before I moved up to something that's about $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. One of the big DJI things. One of the Phantoms. They're huge and they're expensive and they're... Now the reason I mentioned crashing is because as soon as I started this thing up the first time, I crashed it. And as you can see right here, I fixed it temporarily with Scotch tape because I still wanted to fly it. So I did get some footage, and here is some of that footage now.
What we do here is go back.
Now, as you can see, the footage looks really good. It came out really good. Now, the thing is, once you have the footage, it shows up on your phone in the gallery, but only when the drone is powered on. So therefore, you can't access the footage unless you're connected to the drone via the phone, via Wi-Fi, and you can't download the footage from the gallery on the app to your actual phone. It'll tell you that you have to then upload that footage to YouTube first before you allow it, before the app will allow you to download the footage to your phone. Now, I didn't have an issue with that. I have other YouTube profiles that I could have uploaded the footage to before I uploaded it to my phone, but the issue that I had with that is that as soon as I started to upload it, it got about halfway on the loading bar. Now, keep in mind, I tried it about 3 times. It got about halfway on the loading bar, and then it said failed to upload to YouTube. So then I was stuck. I couldn't get the footage at all. So then I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. I'll search online to see how I can get the footage onto my computer directly. Now, searching for that on the internet, I found absolutely nothing. So if you're looking for that answer, the answer is you simply plug it in right here. This thing. Plug this into your computer, and it acts as though it's an SD card. But it only acts as an SD card if the drone is powered on. Whether the battery is in it or not, it will not work unless the drone is completely powered on. So the drone must be powered on, and you must be connected. Well, you don't have to be connected to it, but it has to be powered on for it to be read by the computer. Now keep in mind, the battery life on this only lasts about 10 to 12 minutes before the battery dies. And a 4K, any footage in 4K is going to be reasonably sizable. So say you take more than 3 or 4 clips, it's going to take you about a couple minutes each clip to actually download that footage. So the other thing is, even though it reads it as an SD card, I use a Mac. Now a Mac usually reads an SD card and it comes up in photos, you just hit download and that's it. Not with this. That's not how you do it. You have to open it up, go into the settings of what it's reading as an SD card, click on that footage, drag it to your desktop, and wait for it to transfer to your desktop, and then you have to move it into your photos. Now for a PC, I'm sorry, I have no idea how it works for that. Probably a similar situation. Now that's one of the things I didn't like about it. The second thing is, I crashed it right away. Now the reason I crashed it is because I hit the return home button, but I didn't see anywhere on it that said that in order for it to return home, first it flies all the way up in the air, and then it comes home. Now keep in mind, it had taken off, right? Say it started right here. It took off to about 3 feet. This is not 3 feet, but if I raise it any higher, it'll be off the screen. It rose up to about 3 feet, and I waved to it, and then I turned the recording button off. Here's that footage right now. Now, after that happened, I hit the return home button for it to land. So instead of going like this and just landing, which would have happened if I hit the land button, I hit the return home button thinking that's what it meant, return to where it started. Now that is what it means, but in order for it to return home, it goes all the way up in the air, about as high as it can go, to avoid any obstacles. Now I guess that they forgot about trees, because trees is what was directly above the drone, and it hit a tree and fell about 30 feet. Now I will give it this, it's a very durable drone because it fell directly onto a street, and it snapped essentially the entire side of the body. The cover for the GPS sensor fell off. The battery fell out, and I put everything back together and it worked just fine. So if you're looking for a durable little drone, it's worth it. I mean, it was only about $150 compared to something that's like $400 or $500 that shoots about the same quality of footage. And when it comes to wind resistance, it was pretty stable. Didn't really have an issue with that. Most of the shaking was due to me trying to figure out the controls. It really wasn't trying to stabilize. I have another issue with it. The other issue that I had with it is that last night when I unboxed it and I tried to figure out how to use it, it took me a solid 2.5 hours to really figure out how to connect it, how to get it to fly, stuff like that. And I have yet to figure out how to get the controller involved in all of it. So I've just been using my phone. Now, I didn't want to buy the drone because I thought it was only accessible by the phone. I bought it because I enjoyed the idea of the controller. But using the phone honestly isn't that bad. The phone, I mean, it reacts relatively quick to what you're asking of it. Overall, it's a great drone. It even comes with replacement propellers in case you break them. So that's a plus. And I thought it didn't have landing gear because this stuff folds, but it has landing gear, so that's good. Now, one of the bad things about the size of this drone is when you put it in grass. If the grass is any taller than this, you're kind of in trouble because the propellers then spin and get caught in the grass. I've been able to fly it twice so far, and it has yet to lose connectivity, so that's a good thing. I think primarily because it picks it up as a Wi-Fi hotspot. It doesn't pick it up as like a Bluetooth or like a, I don't know. I honestly don't know how other drones work, but this one's pretty good so far. However, when the GPS isn't available, like say there's no GPS signal, it won't launch. Like it won't take off. Now it says that it will take off, but it doesn't. It doesn't take off unless it has a strong GPS signal. If it has a weak GPS signal or no GPS signal, it will not take off at all. So in conclusion, guys, I mean, this is worth it. This is worth $150. It shoots in 4K. Like, it actually does shoot in 4K. I had mine shoot in 1080 because this camera shoots in 1080. It doesn't shoot in 4K. So I didn't want to mess up, you know, when I was editing. Maybe it wouldn't format correctly, or I don't know. I wanted it all to be seamless and even, so I shot it in 1080. You can choose between the settings of 720p, 1080p, 4K, 30 frames. The only thing is that when you're shooting in 4K, it won't do the automatic stabilization. When you're shooting in 1080, it has that automatic stabilization when you're in the air. I guess it just requires less power. I don't know. I honestly don't know much about that stuff, but the automatic stabilization is a plus. It makes for good time lapses. However, I didn't have enough battery to actually shoot a time lapse because, like I said, this only gives you about 10 to 12 minutes of battery life because it's so small, and it has to run 4 motors, and it has to run a camera, and it has to run a GPS, and it has to run all this stuff. And I've yet to use the orbit mode or the tracking mode or any of that stuff, but it looks really cool, and I hope to check it out in the future. I actually might go back and try to do it again, but right now I'm letting the battery charge because it died on me. Alright guys, thank you for watching my very first tech review on this channel. This will probably come out Saturday. Yes, this will come out Saturday. And then tomorrow, I don't know what I have for tomorrow, but I guess we'll find out. If I don't have anything, I'm taking a break. But I might have something for tomorrow. So, stay tuned. If you like this video, hit that like button. Leave a comment. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications so you know when I'm posting new videos. And like always, guys, until next time, peace out.